Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Planet Sport. We've got another interview today, and we're here with the pole fitness team, not to be confused with kickboxing for those of you who don't really know the difference. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking sort of the usual questions like we did with our previous interviews. We're going to be getting a bit of background knowledge on the club or the club members, what can be expected from the club itself. And obviously today we're joined by the University of Salford's Pole Fitness Society, because University of Salford pretty much rules all when it comes to the sports clubs. So if anyone's thinking of coming to this university, I would say yeah, and that's as simple as it is. So of course we're joined by Kirstyn and Katie. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
Very energetic. I like it. In terms of both of you, then why don't both of you introduce yourselves, the course that you're on, that sort of thing, and then we can get into pole fitness itself.
So
Whoever's the
I'm
most confident.
Katie. I'm 21 years old and I'm doing wildlife conservation and zoo biology.
Nice,
Yeah.
interesting course.
Yeah. Kirstyn, I'm 20 years old and I'm doing film production.
Oh, okay, nice one. It's a bit similar to me. Right, so in terms of, obviously you guys both from the pole fitness club. So the big question that people will be asking, seeing this video, is what is pole fitness? What's it about? What sort of things does it encompass? So in terms of position, then in terms of the club, are you guys like presidents of the club or secretary, that sort of thing?
I'm the president and Kirstyn's the treasurer.
Treasurer, okay, no worries. Right, so you guys will have obviously the best knowledge of the club, I'd imagine. So what is pole fitness about then? What's the deal with pole fitness?
It's basically like we do studio lessons in Manchester and then we do the lessons at uni as well. And it's kind of like learning different skills on the pole, like learning to lift yourself, and then putting it all together. You can make it into different like dance routines.
Right.
And then put it with music and stuff.
So in Kirstyn, in terms of dance, then what sort of dance do you do? Does it tend to be contemporary? Is it more sort of street style? What sort of music do you listen to dance to, that sort of thing?
You can generally dance to anything really. Like you can do it like a pole flow where you've got slower music, but then you can also have quite a high tempo, make a high tempo routine if you really want to. Like it involves loads of different ways of maneuvering around the pole, sort of thing. Like you can do a load of floor work if you fancied. You could climb up to the top of the pole and do some crazy routine up there or whatever. But yeah, you can, and absolutely anything you can dance to.
Yeah, we try and make dance routines for varsity as well.
Right. Okay. So, oh, okay, nice. It's decent, to be fair. I've always been intrigued by it because a lot of people will, like when I got asked to do this, I was quite interested. I was like, I didn't even realise the university had a pole fitness club. So there you go. I didn't see it at freshers, so it was just like I'm just surprised at the amount of clubs that we actually have. I guess that's just me being
so many.
I guess that's me being uncultured. I don't know. So in terms of skills and qualities, what sort of skills and qualities do you need for pole fitness? Because obviously if there's people that want to do it and think, oh, I haven't got a very strong core, or my arms aren't very strong, or I'm a bit self-conscious about myself, that sort of thing, what sort of abilities do you need to actually do pole fitness itself?
To be fair, you don't really need any. Like when I joined last year, I couldn't even lift myself up. Like I was so weak. But then, like you're not the only one. So as long as you've got the confidence to kind of come to the lesson and maybe not be the best out of everybody, then you're fine because you pick it up so quick.
Yeah.
So would you say that you guys are definitely, want a very welcoming club, and it takes that patience and that practice, I guess, to try and
definitely.
Because I'd imagine there's no real pressure to, be
you just
best.
do what you can. You just try.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because sometimes I think when choosing sports clubs, I think a lot of people might be worried about not being good enough and stuff like that. So it's nice for clubs to actually sort of specify, look, It's just fun. Just come and have a laugh. There's no real pressure to do it. I mean, in terms of what you want people to get out of the society. So if people wanted to join, what would you want for them? What would be the biggest thing that you would want them to get out of joining?
Just anything that they want, to like a sense of achievement, or making new friends, because honestly everyone's so welcoming and it's so uplifting, like when you finally like get a move that you've been practicing for like weeks or something, and you finally get
the best feeling.
Studio is just like applauding you, sort of thing, like proper cheering you on. So mostly I think I'd want people is like to build their confidence just within themselves, like no matter how stupid you may look on a pole, because I think we can both vouch from experience. We both look like absolute idiots on a pole sometimes.
Done some embarrassing falls in front of everyone.
I can imagine, yeah. I can imagine practice can be pretty painful at times, can't it?
Yeah.
So painful, but this sport literally is no pain, no gain. You won't get anywhere without getting hurt, basically. But it's a good thing, like you practice and improve. So,
well, I mean, if there's people out there that enjoy getting hurt, I'm sure there is. You'll definitely enjoy this club. But in terms of like, how often do you guys meet then? Is it every Wednesday, like most of the clubs, or is it like an evening thing, that sort of thing?
We've got lessons at uni every Tuesday, and then every Wednesday we go to a studio in Manchester. Oh, that's what it was like last year. So we're going to try and keep it similar.
Yeah.
Obviously, with COVID-19 and that sort of thing. There's obviously a lot of the clubs are a bit sort of like, what are we going to do this year? So in terms of the plans for the upcoming year, what are you guys have you guys got any sort of plans on how to deal with that sort of thing, or promoting the club itself? Because obviously most of it's going to have to be online. So whether you can actually, how are you guys going to go about sort of getting the club out there and getting members to join?
I mean, hopefully by the time uni does come around again, we can maybe start introducing smaller classes to try and actually get the club up and running. But we're looking into doing quite a lot of social media presence and showing what we have done and our plans for the future, like varsity and everything, to try and show what we are and how we would ideally like to run our club, and then fingers crossed with government guidelines and everything, we can start introducing it again.
I'm sure you could do some routines with masks on. You could get some glow in the dark masks and stuff.
It's a non-contact sport as well, so we're hoping as long as we clean everything, it can just go ahead as planned.
Yeah, I think a bit of antibacterial spray and stuff should probably do the trick, to be fair. And you can be distanced as well, so it's not quite the same as rugby or something like that, where you're constantly in contact with other people.
Because even at the studio, they're all spaced out, because obviously you don't want to hit into each other, so there's loads of room.
In terms of the plans for the club, then, over the course of the year, do you go to like dance competitions? Is there competition that people can go into for people that do want that sort of fun but competitive edge to the club?
Well, we focused on varsity a lot this year, obviously, and then it didn't go ahead.
Yeah.
But we're hoping for next year to introduce a few more competitions.
So would those sort of be local, or would they be sort of spread around the north?
Probably local to start with, and then see how we get on.
Nice. So in terms of the logistics of that, then, what are you sort of hoping to get out of those competitions? Then, would you want it to be sort of an inter-university competitive league? I mean, how would that sort of work in terms of judging? Would it be more of a judge-based competition? Obviously, if it's dance routines, I'd imagine it would be more based on a panel of judges rather than, points scored for a goal or something like that.
Well, we've got like our teacher that we have, and she's always happy to judge. So we'd see if like they had a teacher as well to judge to make it fair. So you've got the two.
Right.
And then it would just be more for fun. like to help build your confidence up, because like me myself, I've never done like a show like that, so it'd be quite good to push yourself out a bit and do it.
In terms of the club itself, then, what was the main sort of attraction for both of you then, in terms of why did you choose pole fitness? I mean, had either of you done it before? I mean, it's quite a niche sport, so I can't imagine many high schools or colleges would have done pole fitness. One of the advantages of uni, I guess. But why did you guys choose pole fitness itself then?
I've always wanted to do it, but I was always a bit too scared, to like go to the studios. I just didn't have the confidence. And then when I got to uni and I spoke to the committee of last year, they just made me feel really comfortable, and I thought, I'm just gonna push myself and do it. And I'm so glad I did. I've never done it before.
Me neither. Originally I didn't really look into it. I didn't know it was a thing. But a couple of my friends wanted to do it. And so they sort of were just like, hey, just come along to the taster session. Like, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I went to the taster session and genuinely have not looked back. It has been so fun, and like confidence, it's built so much. And yeah, I love it.
So, I mean, is it majority women then, or do you get a few guys joining? So there'll be some guys out there that want to do it.
Yeah, this year it has, like, the majority has been female, but we have had male members. And honestly, we encourage everybody to do it. Like, it's not limited to anybody. Like, if you can, build up the confidence to try and maybe try a session, and if you enjoy it, then great, just come along.
Normally males are better at it as well, so like they show us up so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to give it a go then. I need a bit of a boost. In terms of people joining and stuff like that, would you say in terms of a club that can help grow confidence, is this definitely a really good way of doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, how fit do you actually have to be? It's called pole fitness. I'd imagine, how fit does it make you? Do you become like a fitness god after like 2 years?
God. Eventually, I guess, but you just have to have, like, I don't know, just a generic sort of fit level of fitness. I'm personally not that strong, but
No,
looking
I'm
at
not.
from September to now, I'm just like, wow, I could barely like sit on a pole, and now I can, get myself upside down. It, like, you see little changes over time, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, we try and take a lot of pictures and videos, and then you can see the difference without even noticing it yourself.
Yeah. I think that's the best way of doing it, though, because then people can actually, sort of look back on their progress, and it gives you that sort of sense of achievement, like you say. You can see the changes. It definitely sounds demanding physically, having to lift yourself up every week and stuff like that. I think I'd probably struggle to start with. I think most people would probably struggle to start with, but it does sound like a lot of fun. And I think the good thing about these interviews is it shines a light on clubs that people don't even know are there, really, because there's just so much, and they can't all cram it into a hall at Freshers Fair. So it's definitely worth looking at some of the, I guess, lesser known clubs, I guess you could say. In terms of the sport itself, where can this sort of take you? Do you reckon that people who take this could get more into dancing itself, or get more into a healthier lifestyle, if that's what the path they want to take? What can this do for you in terms of I guess not a future career, because it's a club, but where can pole fitness take you?
Well, like I said before, I was too scared to join the studios, where I feel like now I would happily go and join one, more local to home. Like, because, I don't know, it's built my confidence up a bit, so I could go to a studio and join on my own, where I never could do that before. I was too scared, and make it into more of a hobby full time.
I think it could take you anywhere you want it to take you, really. If you just want more of a, I don't know, like healthy-ish lifestyle, if you wanted to get a bit more exercise in, this is doing exercise, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like it. It's just like a load of fun.
Yeah,
you could use it to build yourself as a person, but you could then, I don't know, if you want to go into more like dance, gymnastics, and things like that.
So when people join, are they allowed to suggest routines? Are they, because some people might go in with an idea of what sort of music they would like to do it to. So in terms of like an actual club structure, how does it work? Can people like ask, oh, can we do this week? Can we do this next week? That sort of thing. Or is it more like is it more of a structured sort of thing, like a more structured plan?
Well, usually on both of the sessions that we have, the teacher who we have usually like has an idea of what she'd like us to do that week, but like all the time they're open to suggestions of if we can practice a certain move, if they want to incorporate a bit more dance into the because a lot of the time we just like practice shapes and things and just conditioning, but they're always open for ideas, and if they want to try things they will take it on board and like incorporate it into like the next session.
We always have that playtime at the end of a session as well for like 10 minutes, so you can just do whatever you want and get some advice as well.
So
that's quite nice.
So do you guys have any like sort of stories of like the most fun routines that you've done, or any embarrassing stories? Not too embarrassing, obviously, don't, you know, but have you got like a sort of a best and a worst moment in terms of the club itself, or routines that you did?
One of my most embarrassing was I was trying to like lift myself upside down, and this was at this like classes at uni, and they're on a stage, the poles, they're not like on the ground, there's like it's lifted up, and as I went to like throw myself up, I just hit my foot on the stage and just fell on the floor. And it was just a big bang, and it didn't hurt that much, but because of the bang everyone was staring. Oh, it was so embarrassing.
One of my worst was I was doing a cross ankle release, which is where it was a cross knee release, where you cross knee and you lay back, and I let go of both arms, and I did not have the core strength to bring myself back up, so I was like shouting at people and this studio
just stuck there.
So
have you got a video of that as well?
I've got evidence of that, so
I'll save you the embarrassment of, don't send it to Dan because he'll edit it over the top. I'll save you that embarrassment. In terms of like a best moment, then, is there like a real sort of routine that you really enjoyed, or a particular social that you really enjoyed? I mean, you guys do socials, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, we have like a lot of themed socials which are really good. They're really fun.
So what sort of things do the theme socials involve then? Because obviously some people won't enjoy drinking as much as others, and that sort of thing. So is there enough flexibility in terms of socials for people who don't necessarily drink a lot to get involved anyway?
Well, last year a lot of our socials were drinking ones, so they'd be themed like we had one where it was you dressed up as, I've forgotten what it was. What did we dress up as?
There was the Winx Club one. Did we do that?
Chick flick. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah.
So everybody dressed up as different characters from different like chick flick movies and things.
Right.
But this year I think we are trying to incorporate more like chilled nights, like say everyone go to like someone's flat or something and have like a movie night, so you don't have to drink, because obviously I know uni has the drinking culture, but not everybody wants to, so it's another way to include everybody.
Yeah, not everyone could afford it either, so that was a bit of a problem.
Yeah. So getting back to the original question, in terms of like a best moment, is there some routines that stand out to you, or some memories that really stand out to you?
One of my best moments is genuinely just me for that entire lesson. I could not get this one thing, and then by the end of the lesson I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna put my phone on, try it again, and I got it, and like I was so happy, and everybody else around me was so happy, and we're just all like cheering. It was great.
I think my best was I was going to do varsity, so I had to do like a full routine that was, I think it was 2 minutes long, and at first I just like struggled so much to find a routine, and then it all came together at the end, and everyone was saying it was really good. I was just so proud of myself.
Oh, so you make the routines yourself?
For varsity, we did, yeah.
Wow, that'd be difficult. How do you even know like what moves to put together and stuff?
You'd kind of like have an idea, and then the teacher will come and watch it, and we did like some private sessions to help you out with it and make it a bit smoother. But yeah, it was a struggle.
It's impressive that. To be honest, I'd struggle with that. I'm pretty well coordinated, but I don't know whether, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give it a go. Maybe I'll have to see how good I actually am at pole fitness. But in terms of the society, then let's try and advertise this as best as we can. You guys have done a good job so far, but obviously we always end off with the same question, which is, why should people join pole fitness? If someone was to ask you to just completely sell the club as best as you can in 5 minutes or so, how would you cram all of the best aspects into a little speech to the people out there listening that might want to join?
I think the main thing is it's just fun. Like when you're in the left studios, it's so fun and everyone's so supportive of each other. Like Kirstyn said, when she got a move and everybody was like praising her for it, it's just a good feeling.
Yeah, going on from the it's fun, it is just, you don't have to take it completely seriously, because everybody's at different levels. Honestly, we were both beginners, complete amateurs when we started, and probably will be going back to a beginner.
Yeah, I probably will be.
I mean, we've had quite a long break, so who knows, you might be able to pick it up like you never left.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of fun. It's a new way to, keep yourself fit and gain friends that you wouldn't necessarily, I don't know, maybe not talk to before.
Yeah.
And it's a new thing to learn about. So like you learn about, a lot of it is about yourself and what you can actually achieve. And again, it does build your confidence.
It just brings you out your comfort zone a bit, doesn't it? So it's quite nice.
It makes you feel like you've, achieving something as well, which I've always been a big advocate for in terms of like self-confidence. I think like actually achieving things that you didn't think you could is definitely the best way to sort of make yourself feel better, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
If that makes much sense. But in terms of, I think in terms of community spirit, it definitely sounds like a really supportive club. And the story that you told me, everyone congratulating you and stuff like that. I think it's small things like that that make people just appreciate clubs more, I think. And I think you guys have done a really good job of advertising it. So hopefully people will be able to watch this and think, you know what, it sounds like a lot of fun. But that's all we've got time for today. Another interview down, another club advertised. Hopefully this will help in terms of online presence, like you said. But obviously, thank you to both of you for coming on today and advertising the pole fitness. We'll make sure to link your. So do you guys have an Instagram page, Facebook page, anything like that?
Yeah, we've got both.
Both. Okay. Well, I'll make sure that those are linked in the description as well.
Yeah, if anyone wants to send a message or anything, then they're open.
Nice one. So that's all we've got time for. Make sure to, of course, like and subscribe to Live at the Quays. We've got plenty more content on the way. But until then,